Okay, so first one, you will get a time to do things. That's why I'm telling installation. Otherwise, I can tell afternoon also, no problem. Okay. First of all, download CentOS. Already I downloaded, and last class only itself I told how to download links, and morning itself I showed, right. So download CentOS 7. Okay, so you can use Red Hat 7. Guys, remember Red Hat Enterprise Linux is almost equal to, okay, it is almost equal to, it is a different distributions, just almost equal to CentOS 7. So what are the features of RHEL 7? Same in a CentOS only. Okay, same in CentOS. So there is no difference between Red Hat Enterprise Linux and CentOS 7. Everything, okay, same. Like Red Hat Enterprise Linux belongs to Red Hat organization. CentOS belongs to CentOS organization. CentOS not require any registration and all anything. So just simply you can able to download. That's why it is. And CentOS having one or two, only one main one or two features are there. So for that one, CentOS, that is online repositories are available. Okay, so it provide directly a default repository kind of stuff. That's it. That's the main thing. Okay, so download CentOS 7. So how to download is very simple. Already morning I told. So how to download it? Okay, so go to CentOS. Okay, CentOS. Okay, open CentOS project. So click on the downloads like this or like this, no problem. You can click here also, no problem. It's a community download. Okay, so find out a CentOS 7. 8 is there, 6 is also there. Okay, so you will get a lot of things from here also. You can see older versions kind of stuff. So I'm going to 7. Don't go to stream, guys. Don't stream. Okay, this is 8. This is 9. 9 is also coming. Okay, don't go to stream. Go to CentOS Linux 7. This one, because we are installing 64. This is 32-bit. i386 is 32-bit. ARM 32. ARM 32 means ARM 64. You know, the architectures are there, no, like ARM type of processors, what we can Raspberry Pi type of processors. Okay, IBM related. So different type of architecture based on that one also you can download. We are using 64-bit general purpose. Okay, so click on 64-bit. Then you can choose any link here. You can choose any link. You can choose from India also. Then also you can choose. I select Excel media. Okay, so and I need a GUI, so that's why I'm downloading this one. I'm downloading. Okay, so click on this one, so then automatically you can able to download. Actually, I don't need to download it because already I have it. Okay, just for your satisfaction purpose, download. So remember, this is the name where you downloaded, also very important, and it is around a 4.4. It means almost 4.5 GB is there. Use free download managers or IDM, internet download managers for a downloading properly. Use any download managers to do it, or a browser with the download managers is a better option. Okay, otherwise you can also download a minimal. Guys, if you download a minimal, also I have a recorded videos of how to install a how to install a CentOS 7 minimal. That is also there. Okay, both are there. GUI, CLI, both installations are available. Okay, is it required to download or not required to download? Okay, I think it is not required. See, so if it is already exist, it will show again one kind of stuff. Okay, so we'll see. Okay, I click on thing to download. Okay, like this you can able to download, and of course internet speed is also good, and this is also good. This is also good. Okay, you can download this one also if you want it. You want to download through torrent also, you can do it. The guys, don't download. See, this is a 10 GB, not required. Net install, not required. Don't do that kind of stuff. Okay, if any error is showing problem, it will download a lot of heavy thing. It's just, don't not required this one. Okay, So like this and like this, minimal or DVD. So this is the GUI based kind of stuff. So what I'm saying is, okay, so what I'm saying is download. This is the link. So complete link is this one. This is any link you can follow. So where is your badge? Try like this. Okay, so this is for downloading CentOS 7. Okay, also you can download minimal. Okay, if you want. Okay, just I putting this thing minimal separately. This is minimal. This is GUI. So GUI will take more space. Big one take time. CLI very less time. In the future, try to work with the CLI. So guys, Linux is not just for a preparing for interview. It is having a lot of good things, like you can play, like you are like to learn the IT related one or a technical related, as I said earlier. So what I found a different thing like a web server kind of stuff or things, it is very good. So first one is download completed. Next, create a virtual machine for installing Linux in VMware Workstation. VMware Workstation. First, we have to create a virtual machine for installing Linux machine. So that is very important. First, create a virtual machine, then install the Linux. That's a second phase, guys. But I want to show you one important setting. If you don't know or you already know, that is also good. So VMNet0, because we are in a VMware Workstation. VMNet0 setting is important. Bind this VMNet0 to your NIC. So that is very important for a bridging kind of stuff. This is very important thing. If in case, if this setting is not working in a specific computer, then we can choose different things. Okay, so currently we do this one. Okay. Unlike our Windows operating system, if you are connecting to internet, your system is not going to give like your Linux won't update on itself. That's the main thing. Okay, it will pop ups. That's it. Okay, how to do it? First of all, both the thing wise you can see. So mine is still downloading. Okay, it is showing is still downloading. No problem. Meanwhile, I'm going to my VMware. Okay, no need to open any virtual machines and all. First of all, go to your control panel, put a ncpa.cpl, ncpa.cpl, go to directly network settings. Guys, these settings in my PC is little bit different from your PC to my PC. Okay, so but concept is always same. This is wired connection. This is the my wired connection. It is not connected. This is my Wi-Fi connector. So this is connected and I'm getting internet to my Wi-Fi. I connected to my Wi-Fi router. If in case you are using a mobile phone, also it will works. This method won't work with your pen drive type of modems, or don't use this method also may give you not satisfactorily with the pen drive type of modems, and as well as hostels, like a limited connectivity, one laptop, one IP address, one MAC address kind of environment won't work. Okay, usually your laptop MAC address is connected is with your modem, Wi-Fi modem in a hostels kind of environment. In that kind of stuff, your router won't give you more IP addresses to your machines, virtual machines kind of stuff. That time also this VMNet0 kind of binding is may not work. So that time you should use compulsory NAT only, no other choices. Yeah, we have a choices, different choices are there. So that's the different thing. So yeah, depends upon your environment and volumes. Try to find it. Okay, so this is a VMNet0 kind of stuff. I'm not using. Initially, I'm using. So like this. So guys, look at this picture. What I'm trying to do. This is my physical machine. Okay, this is my physical machine, and this is my Wi-Fi adapter. My Wi-Fi adapter or my Ethernet adapter, whatever it is, which adapter I'm using to connect my physical network is important. So I'm using Wi-Fi Ethernet. Here, okay. Here it is my NIC. Here is my NIC. Sorry. Here is my virtual adapter. Some bridging adapter. It is bridging to your Wi-Fi adapter. Okay, it required a bridging. Okay, connection. So I have a virtual machine. My virtual machine is connected to this bridge only. Okay, so this is nothing but my VMNet0 kind of stuff. Okay, so separate network connection. So external connector, external switch. It's like a external switch in a VMware. So this is my virtual machine. My virtual machine can able to access my physical machine, and as well as a external also we can able to access. So this is my physical laptop, and this is my virtual machine. Linux virtual machine can able to communicate to my physical machine. Okay, my physical machine to virtual machine communication is also there. Physical to virtual machine communication. So for that one, I'll write like this. Guys, look at the yellow color. Physical machine to virtual machine communication. Physical machine to your external communication, and external to internal communication is also there. So compulsory. That's why I prefer to VMNet0 kind of stuff to do this one. So what I'm doing is, what I'm trying to show is how to bind this thing. So first of all, look at your which adapter you are connecting to external, either it is wired or Wi-Fi or which name of it, which connection it is. So this is my adapter is connecting. Go to details and go to the name, which name it is showing. Qualcomm Ethos wireless network adapter with this number inside. So guys, names, numbers are a little bit different from system to system. Why? Because of my company, my laptop, my something will be used, right? You may have some different time, like maybe Realtek, maybe Intex. So difference will be there. Okay, mine is like this. So compulsory look at the name. Next. Already I told this one, but I'm telling again. So once you look at the name or write down the name, so go to VMware Workstation, Virtual Network Editor, Virtual Network Editor. Go to Virtual Network Editor. Go to Edit, Virtual Network Editor. Once you go to Virtual Network Editor, that this will be open. This is Virtual Network Editor. Go to Chain Settings. Go to Chain Settings. So then it will ask for a yes or no kind of stuff. Yes or no kind of stuff. Okay. VMNet0. This is VMNet0. Okay. So it is showing here. If it is not showing, if VMNet0 is not showing, you have to click on Add Network. Select VMNet0 in the list. Okay. What to do? Click on Add Network and select VMNet0 in the list. Click OK. Okay. I have already. So then you can try here. Okay. So if I remove and re-put it, internet will be disconnected. So that's the problem. Okay. So VMNet0, and in general it shows in a automatic. See, VMNet0 bridged auto bridging. Generally it shows for your system. What to do? So go to this one, VMNet0 bridge it to click on automatic. Find out your adapter. find out your adapter. So Qualcomm Ethos, that number AR something is there now, wireless network edit adapter. So no need to confuse once you are confirmed from there. Okay, connect it. Okay, so compulsory check which adapter is connected to physical network or internet. So check that adapter name and then go to VMNet0 or add network VMNet0 and do it. Okay, next apply OK. Only this is VMNet0 setting. I'm not talking about VMNet1 and all. Okay, so I'm talking about VMNet0. If you want a VMNet1 also, like a host only connection, you want to put it, two adapters you want to put it. One is 0, one is 1, or one is NAT, another one is 1. Also, you can able to do it. Okay, so simply VMNet1 also there. Okay, so you can unselect it if you want to manually assign it. Okay, this is DHCP will assign IP address to your virtual machine. This is you have to assign manually. Okay, so important one is VMNet0 Qualcomm Ethos means change automatic to your adapter name. That's it. Apply OK. Always guys, first apply, wait and OK. Okay, so this is VMNet0 settings before you create a virtual machine. Once you're done, then we'll go to create a virtual machine for a Linux. We are using 64-bit, right? So then compulsory 64. Guys, don't use 32 bits here. It will give you a confusion. That's it. Okay. How to create a virtual machine? Create a new virtual machine. You can choose typical or a custom, no problem. You can choose either typical or a custom. For this one, I choose typical. For this one, I choose typical. I'm going to magnifier for some time. At least, guys, I will show you up to how to create a virtual machine. I think yeah, mine is already downloaded. You can look at this. OS is already downloaded. Okay. So look at here. So I am choosing typical. Okay. Because it's a fast, easy. You can use a custom also, no problem. I choose typical. OS installation later, or you can use like this. Install disk image file. Browse. So when you are downloading, make sure that where you are downloaded. Okay, is it in a downloads folder or it is in a separate folder? Guys, better to maintain all your images into separate folder. I put a OS folder for that one. I put all my operating system images in one place only. So if you look at here, so I selected that one. It is Windows CentOS 7 64-bit is detected. Okay, I know which type of OS. Never go to next, go to again. I will install operating system later only. I will install operating system later only. Next. Next, what type of OS it is? It is a Linux operating system. It is a Linux operating system and it is not Ubuntu. If you see here it is, guys, you can understand different type of Linux operating system, including the kernel based OS also. Kernel based like a kernel 5, kernel 5, kernel 4, kernel 4, 3. So 32-bit, 64-bit kernels like this. Okay. VMware Fortran OS, Ubuntu, Turbo Linux, SUSE, Red Hat Enterprise Linux, Red Hat Enterprise Linux, Red Hat Enterprise Linux 7, Oracle Linux, Oracle Enterprise Linux or Oracle Linux, OpenSUSE, Mandriva, Fedora, Debian, CentOS, Asian Unix. Not only these distributions, there are a lot of distributions are there. If you see CentOS 764 is there. CentOS 764. There is no 32-bit here. Okay, it is showing only CentOS 764. Guys, selection of operating system, it does not mean only that operating system. It is like a profile, hardware profile kind of stuff. It means if you select an operating system, the relevant hardware profile suggestion will be there. It means how much RAM you required, how much disk space you require, like that it will be there. So CentOS 7, 64-bit type of hardware it will prepare for you. So if so anyway, I don't want that one. So I put my own name. So I put a CTS 13 Linux 1 I will put it. Okay. I put a name CTS 13 Linux 1 because I should know which batch I'm using for this one. Okay. Next, I'm going to change this completely. Guys, I'm storing all my virtual machines in my H drive only. All my virtual machines in a H drive, and in this particular folder, I'm storing the batch 13 virtual machine. Already I have 2 virtual machines in this one, and I also am putting another virtual machine. So this is my location. Compulsory store all your virtual machines in a single location only. Just like you can store like this, a folder, create an under folder like this, or like this, or like this. Here also I have a Latif VMs virtual machines folder is there like this. Okay. So compulsory you should store the virtual machine where the more space is available. Next. Don't do next. Just copy this name. It means it's a subfolder will be created under this main folder. Lot of people will do like they put a H drive and the next. Guys, why it is take very less time, like not even a 1 minute to do it. I'm explaining that's why it is taking time. If you are very irresponsible to put a names and all, it means while you are working also if you do mistake, it is not a mistake, it is very big mistake. Okay, compulsory design hierarchy. You are a designer architect. One day you will become an architect. So maybe 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, you will become an architect. Architect means you should design it. You don't know the basic things of naming the things. You put a naming for everything, right? So why you don't put a naming for virtual machine? Okay, the minimum requirement of Windows, CentOS 7, okay, to install a Linux is simply 20 GB is more than enough. 20 GB is more than enough for a Linux installation, but I don't do it. I use 120. I put a 1 extra. Okay, 120 GB. You can put a 220 GB. No problem, guys. It won't take more space. Make sure at least 5 GB free in your physical storage space. That is enough. Okay, not more than that one. But I'm giving 120. I want more practice for that one. Okay. Future purpose. 120 GB, 220 GB, 320 GB, 160 GB, 200 GB, 500 GB. Okay. Your wish to put a what are the name is. Okay. So single file. I putting 120. Store virtual disk as a single file. Yes, this is the you have to select it. It is will be there. Compulsory select like this. Next. Hardware. Customize the hardware. Okay. Customize the hardware. So you can see 2 GB minimum requirement is for GUI. It is 2 GB is required. And for CLI, 512 is enough. 1 GB is also good. Okay, like guys, 4 GB people are there. For 4 GB laptops, put a 1 GB. 8 GB laptops, put a 2 GB. No problem. It will run. Okay, it will run. 4 GB laptops, 1 GB. 8 GB laptops, 2 GB. If you have a 16 GB, put a 4 GB also, no problem. That is your wish. Okay. Okay. I put a 2 GB. Okay. Later I will change it. Don't worry. So put a 2 GB. I put a 2 GB. And processor 1 is good. And also select this option. So I will tell why I'm selecting these options in a separately, but select this option. So virtualize like this. Okay. Select this option compulsory. CD DVD. So compulsory put your image. Use ISO image file. So select this option. Use ISO image file. Okay. And this is my operating system is downloaded. Okay, this is my OS is downloaded today. Actually, I have already downloaded one is there. I downloaded for you. So to show you how to download, that's it. Okay. So this is my operating system. Next. And already I done my VMNet0 settings. Go to custom VMNet adapter, custom VMNet0. So go to this VMNet0 options. Okay. That's it, guys. Again, 4 settings in this one: memory, processor, and memory 2 GB, processor 111, and this check mark. Okay. Next, put the image compulsory. Don't forget the image putting. Okay. Next, custom VMNet0. Close and click on a finish and just wait a second. Guys, completed. Okay. Mission is created, completed, but edit virtual machine settings. Edit virtual machine settings. The settings, why I'm doing this many times, like each time I have to explain. Practice. So what you want a desired result in the future, also you will get perfectly always. Okay. So compulsory look at it and do it. Okay. So these are the option, guys. If you see here, Linux CentOS 7 64 and my OS is 64. Okay. Important settings out of all these things. This is also very good setting. Shared folder setting is also very good. Okay, I didn't show you in Windows also. Okay, no problem. Share VMware tools time sync off. Select this option. VMware tools time sync off. Select this in a left hand side. In right hand side, select this option. Okay. Synchronize guest time with a host means your time with your system, physical system and virtual system time will be sync if in case if you are not able to get a time from your time server. Advanced. I am putting UEFI also. I have an option called UEFI, so then I put a UEFI. You know already what is BIOS and UEFI, Unified Extensible Firmware Interface. So you can use a BIOS, you can UEFI. If you are using UEFI, it means you'll get a GPT type of partition, different type of partition things also you're getting. Okay, so I am selecting UEFI. By accidentally you select a BIOS, no problem, don't worry about it. If you start your virtual machine already, you cannot change it. Okay, so that's why I'm selecting. Okay, advanced UEFI, time sync off, time sync on. Okay, this one, select this option. So settings are completed. Only one thing is there, adding a 3 lines. Guys, always I prefer to add 3 lines, and there is a check mark in a OS. Okay, processor, the VMware check mark, and adding these 3 lines to VMX file. Adding these 3 lines to VMX file. I keep doing for Windows 10, Windows servers, and all. Okay, so why I'm doing that one, I will tell. So VMware, for example, some of you guys knows when you are trying to install a Linux or a Windows, any machine, first virtual machine you created and you try to install it and it throw an error in the BIOS, virtualization is not enabled. Even though we told like virtualization is not enabled error, people don't say like, sir, what is BIOS? Even though we should tell like that, okay, but no problem. Okay, so virtualization is not enabled in a CPU feature in the BIOS. So then you can't create a virtual machine. For example, you want a virtualization in the virtual machine, like your physical machine having a virtualization, so you can create a virtual machine in your physical machine, right? If in case you have a virtual machine, in the virtual machine you want virtualization. You have physical machine, you can create a virtual machines because of virtualization feature of your CPU. but this is the virtual machine. Again, you need want to create a virtual machine in the virtual machine. Okay, already it is a virtual machine, but you still want a virtualization in the virtual machine. Then these settings required for a, if you are using VMware Workstation, these settings are important. One is in VM settings, in the VM settings, okay, your processor, the check mark, which is I showed the check mark is important. Adding these 3 lines to VMX file is also important. Okay, so because it's again installation classes, this is the last class in the installations, mainly OS related, like a Windows 10 server is completed. At least you should know why I'm doing this one. So copy these 3 lines, go to your virtual machine, VMX file, open with a notepad. Open this .vmx file with a notepad. Yeah, it is the first time today, so I put a right click. That's why it is taking time. Open with a notepad. If notepad is not showing, go to another app and also search the notepad in the list, in this list. Okay, and never check this option. Don't check this option when you are selecting notepad. Or you can go to look for another app and browse the Windows folder. See Windows folder, notepad is there, notepad.exe is there. You can select a notepad from here. Okay, right click. I have direct option is there because I'm doing from so many days. So notepad, open with a notepad and scroll down this entire text. This is your virtual machine setting file. See, it is VMware, sorry, firmware. UEFI we selected. UEFI we selected now. That's why it is showing EFI. Normally, in Windows we've seen that is floppy disk, floppy 0 present, but here it is showing VMware, right? So here in the bottom, so scroll down in the bottom, paste these things. Guys, this is VMware Workstation purpose. VirtualBox is different. VirtualBox, the settings are different. Okay, like that. So these 3 I put it. The meaning of these 3 things, forget about these 2 things. This is a very important one. Hypervisor CPU ID V0 false. It means physical machine having a physical CPU, virtual machine having a virtual CPU. And we are telling to our virtual machine, the CPU is not virtual CPU. This is not a virtual CPU. So for that one only we are adding like, so we are enabling these features, MCE, VHU features as well as, and we are telling our virtual machine, the virtual CPU is not a virtual CPU. So that's why we are lying it. Okay. So then only in your virtual machine, in VMware virtual machine, you can get a virtualization feature. Whether it is you are installing Windows 10 or Windows Server or a Linux, you want a virtualization inside your virtual machine, we have to add the 3 lines and we have to put a check mark. So added a 3 lines before I start the virtual machine, and I made a check marks at the processor. Again, I will show you that a feature like a processor. The first check mark means virtualize Intel VTX or AMD V. That feature is must be enabled. Guys, this is to create a virtual machine. Completed. So this is how to create a virtual machine to install OS. And before going to installation, compulsory you must know this part is completed. For installation, we know so many things, but important one is disk management. Compulsory you must know the disk management kind of stuff. Okay. Next one, we should know the application management. Means what are the applications or settings we required? What are the applications required for this one? Okay. So here it is in the disk management related. I will give you some few things. /boot is a folder I'm giving 1 GB for it. And slash boot, because of I selected UEFI, it is also there UEFI. So EFI is also 1 GB. You can put a more also, no problem. It is not even a 1 GB. 500 MB is enough. 500 MB enough. I given more because I have very big disk is there. I can give 200 is also okay. 500 is better. 500 is better because it's a GUI. 500 is better. So better give 1 GB at least. Okay, for a few, maybe 1 year, 2 years, you can easily run with 1 GB. Okay, next slash root slash give 40 GB because slash is so many things you can able to put it in the future also. Normally for a slash it is 2 GB is enough. So original values I will write, guys, 200 MB to 500 MB. 500 is also okay. So 500 is better. Okay. If you put a 200 MB also, you can easily boot because GUI it is we should give 500 MB. This is 2 GB is also okay. Maximum 2 to 4 GB is enough. Okay. And slash home. Slash home depends upon number of users, user data. It is there. So I'm giving a slash home is also 40 GB. Okay. And 1 to 2, 1 to 1 GB to 2 GB is also enough, not more than that one. So if you give like a depends upon purpose, it is there. So 1 GB, 2 GB is required. Okay. And slash boot, slash home, slash root. If you want to put a for a slash root also, you can put something. Okay. Slash root also, if you want, you can give something. I'm not giving anything. Okay. Next one is slash arc dynamic data kind of stuff. Maybe if you want to give 10 GB, if you give 1 GB also okay, or if you don't give also no problem. Okay, if you don't give means if you don't give also no problem. Okay, so these are all optional. Compulsory boot slash home. This is compulsory, you should give it. Okay, and very important one, very important is swap. Swap is 4 GB I'm giving. But swap is not like that, guys. Swap is having a standard. Swap means, what is swap? Virtual RAM. Okay. Virtual RAM. Meaning is virtual RAM only. Okay. So currently we don't explain. But size of the virtual RAM means what size of the swap is always we take in a Linux your physical RAM size into 2. This is minimum you have to take it. Okay, minimum or maximum whatever you take it, but better to take your physical RAM into 2. So I'm taking my physical RAM is 2 GB I taken into 2. So I took a 4 GB RAM. Okay, I took a 4 GB RAM. The swap is always is the virtual RAM and your physical RAM into 2 your virtual RAM. This is better maintained. You can increase also, no problem, but this is the standard one. Okay, root and var is a purely optional. If you put it, you don't put it, no problem. But this is a very important partitions when you are installing for boot, for EFI, for slash home and swap. These are the things. I want to put like this. I have 120 GB I taken. So this is 80 GB and this is around 6 GB or 6 GB. So 86 GB around I am using. If you want to increase also, you can use it now. So what about remaining space? Remaining space for a practicing disk management. Okay, in the future. Yes, we are installing GUI type. So remember, so we are using a GUI type means compulsory. You have to select server with GUI. Okay, Gnome is also required. Next, virtualization related things also required. Okay, virtualization related check marks. Okay, monitoring related few check marks are required. I will show you when you are installing. So be careful, like these are the disk related one. So you can reduce also, but don't reduce this one. So compulsory check your RAM, 1 GB RAM, 1 GB RAM into 2 GB swap, 1 GB RAM, 2 GB swap, 2 GB RAM, 4 GB swap, 4 GB RAM, 8 GB swap, like that. The swap will be changes. Okay, so this is okay. So small amounts also okay. So if you see, this is around a 4 GB, 2 GB, and this is for example 2 GB. So it is around a 10 GB. So 10, 11 GB. So 20 GB still you will get it. Even you can install in a 20 GB hard disk also Linux you can able to install. Okay. So this is about your virtual machine, guys. So virtual machine, how to create a virtual machine, how to set a VMNet0, how to the things we can download a virtual VMware. Okay. The next part I will show you how to install it. Okay. We'll see that one. And of course, yeah, very good. I remember now. So CentOS GUI installation. So last one batch, they asked for how to install a CentOS installation. So I'm going to details of that one. So this is how to install, including machine creation and all. It is there, I think. Okay, with the VMware settings. Okay, so I'm sharing this thing how to install. Okay, so the title is like a full installation is there. If you want, you can try yourself, or afternoon I will tell you how to install it. You can go through it and first have a food and okay, so then if you have a time, then you can start all these things. Okay, so that's point I want to say. Yeah, that's it for now. So afternoon I will show you the installation because it's already 2